think I broke it. Oh, there we go. I fixed it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. We're back.
Nothing important happened yesterday.
No, technically
Nothing
this
at all.
Nothing at all happened. We are not going to address it. All right, I'll address
it. No.
Listen, I pooped my pants.
You broke down pretty quick there.
That was pretty quick.
I will admit, I pooped my pants yesterday, and I made a scene.
No, it's okay. I just did it now.
That was the sound of me shitting.
Are we all just like shitting?
Yeah, it's a scat podcast.
Dang.
Welcome to the King of Scat podcast. I'm your host. E shit.
Sasuke the shitter.
And shit tactics.
Hey, sea shits.
Like it.
It's all good. That's the name of our cover albums that we're gonna do. KOA covers. It's a trilogy like Led Zeppelin. It's gonna be great. And none of us are gonna sound like as good as Led Zeppelin does, so we're kind of fucked. But hey, it'll sell at least like, I don't know, it'll probably go gold, right?
We know one person who will buy it, and that'll be Decrepit Storm. He will be the only one that buys it.
He just buys it all. Like, we're like, oh, we're gonna release like limited edition cassette tapes, and he buys them.
It's like, we are sold out. Who bought it? One person. Decrepit.
Why? Who knows? What is he gonna do with it? I don't know.
He's gonna triple his investment.
He's gonna resell them. Like eBay, he's gonna charge 200% on them.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a limited edition.
Percentage number. So we have in the chat here, Trayvon says, "Yo." Decrepit Storm says there was no yesterday, and I would not buy that. I think he's playing hard to get.
I think he is too. He would buy it for 3 times the amount. He's just being modest at this point.
Maybe if we like gang up and attack him, he'll buy it.
Yes, we'll do a SpongeBob episode. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, Decrepit Storm?
I love the KOA people.
That's a good way to have him never subscribe to us ever again. Just beat the shit out of him.
Also, YouTube added this new thing in the chat. It's called Goal, and you can like make like super chat goals. So
Ooh, put it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna set one for pick a goal, 50 super chats, choose the super chat colors that count, red and higher, $100, set a timer, 3 hours, share how you'll celebrate.
With my pants down, shitting.
We'll cry. All right, we started a goal. Let's see if we can do it. 50 subs this stream, and comments are highlighted if it's $100 or more.
Easy.
Yeah, we do that in our sleep. Whoa.
Yes. I think you set the bar too low.
I set it to the maximum. That's the max it would allow.
Oh. YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll pesky YouTube.
It should be a lot of fun. This should be great. I can't wait to become rich off this stream. But this is KOA, in case you didn't know. If you just wandered here and you're lost, don't worry. We get lost all the time. We have early onset dementia.
You're in a safe place.
But co-hosts, introduce yourself. Tell the viewers what have you guys been up to this week?
Hi, my name is Everything Animated. This week, huh? Well, yesterday I did play dodgeball, so that was fun. I got to play that, and that's always a good time. Oh, hi there, she. I don't think I've seen her appear in this this stream all that much, so welcome.
Oh, yeah,
I was trying
hello,
to-
She. How are ya?
Trying to get a look at it.
Yeah, I don't know what Sasuke's saying. But other than that, let's see. Oh, Sunday I enjoyed the Cardinals winning against the Bears. I can't believe the Cardinals are doing good. They're number 1 in our division. That's not saying much because everybody else sucks. They're 5-4. So yes, I'm happy for the Cardinals. Do I think they're gonna go all the way? No. No, they're just a fun team to watch right now.
We should use our super chat goals to buy the Bears and then rename them to the KOA Bears.
We're gonna get that much money. I believe
For
it.
sure. Yeah, we're gonna get $1 billion. $1 billion
be
fucking
great.
dollars.
And we're gonna rename Chicago to KOA.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, it's any given Sunday, right?
For sure.
All you got to do is get there, and then you never know from that point.
Well, I can
Crazier
do this
things have happened.
for sure. I'm sleeping when you guys stream, so it's a lucky night. Yeah, must be she.
If you guys haven't already, leave a like, share this podcast out with your friends, your enemies, your lovers, your haters, your trolls, your e-girls, your God, I'm running out of groups on the internet. Your Discord girlfriends.
Your
that one's always important.
Your Twitch thoughts, not e-thoughts.
Oh yeah, thoughts, all your e-thoughts. Share it out to your Twitch chat. I think that's also an oppressed group of people out there somewhere. Yeah, that's it. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/King of Anime, and we have a Blue Sky, so come make some biscuits with us or die. Huh? Rhymed? I do it every week.
Gotcha.
And subscribe to us, bitch.
That'd be nice.
Yes, because we have a goal. So please subscribe to us, all you bitches that come in.
And if you have a spare $100, consider throwing a super chat.
Yes, we do take donations. You see that $sign right there at the bottom right? Click that button and give us some money.
I can there's super stickers too. These are really overpriced.
I was about to say, what is that even? What is the point of that?
I don't know.
I'm ready for a super sticker.
It's one of them is $50. What? Why? Why would I don't know.
Wow, look at these. Yeah, these things are terrible.
Yeah,
it's just a fucking
AI
blue pear.
I like how we're trashing YouTube.
Yeah,
what
the fucking stupid. Oh yeah, please.
Decrepit Storm says, so if I follow KOA on Blue Sky, it means I'll never die?
No, it means that we won't kill you.
Yeah, it means other people will likely kill you within the next 4 years. At this rate.
You will live to see another day if you subscribe.
Now let's be specific here. You will live to see another day.
Mm-hmm.
Not indefinitely, but there is another day that you will see.
Yeah, we can guarantee your safety for 24 hours, but after that, things happen.
Yeah.
Some people just fall out off of cliffs with anchors on their feet.
Fall out of windows randomly?
Yeah, they go swimming with the fishes. Not in a fun way.
Sometimes people shoot themselves 3 times in the back of the head.
Sometimes people dismember themselves and put them in a barrel of cement.
They were going through some hard times, so instead of killing themselves this way, they did it that way 3 times. They had to make sure, because the first 2 did not.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Safety.
Oh, that one did it.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever hear the story about that guy that got shot in the head? Point blank in the head, and he was totally okay?
It's happened.
Yeah, I've seen it. Hell, one of our politicians out here in Arizona, Tucson. She was running for governor. She got shot in the fucking face
Oh,
and lived.
is that Gabby
You
Gifford?
usually happens with the forehead though, like the skull, because it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to penetrate.
I can't
That-
remember her name.
Yeah, is it Gabby Gifford?
It may be, but all I
The
know is she got her motor skills back. Because at first she was completely just like a blank slate, but slowly she started to like learn how to talk, learn how to move. It's crazy.
she's the husband of the bald astronaut guy, right?
Yep, I
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
so.
yeah. I think that is Gabby Gifford's.
Yeah,
She's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. That was crazy. I remember hearing about that because everybody was surprised. They were like, she, assassination tip. She got shot in the head and lived, and we were like, she fucking lived? What the fuck? Yeah, because the guy just point blank just.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. He was crazy too. If you ever want to look at a person who is insane, just look no further than that guy's mugshot.
Oh, I don't
Just
got to do that. I already do podcasts with one of them.
What does that mean? Wait, who? Who are you? Is it me?
No,
it's
I
obvious.
do other podcasts.
It's obviously B. He can't see you, Ben.
I don't know. I feel attacked. I'm just a cute little chibi.
Is Ben the one killing? Because guaranteed that won't work out so well.
Are you saying he's like a gag character?
I'm like a when a character falls over in an anime after a gag.
It's like peel off gang or something.
I'm like Kenshin. People make
Yeah,
fun
that
of me and
did
call me
happen.
poor.
He's a poor motherfucker. Oro.
Well, all right. We don't got any news this week, not that I'm aware of at the very
I have
least.
news.
Oh, okay.
I got
Let's-
one thing as well too.
Let's
Yeah.
get into
Does yours?
the news.
Oh, right. Hold on. Fuck! I fucked it. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's miracles!
I looked
Those
at
two
the
buttons
drum.
are not even close to one another. How does that
you
happen?
know, I got a little excited. Uh, for me, my news is Nintendo related, and it's also video game related. Nintendo confirmed not that long ago that this next gen console that they come out with, which more than likely is going to be next year, is going to be backwards compatible. All the stuff that you got from the Switch is going to move on to the next gen console, which they haven't done something like this since the Wii. Because the Wii, you could play GameCube games if you put in like the actual disc, you could play them on there, which a lot of people didn't really know that, but it was true.
Mhm.
But finally, we're gonna have some backwards compatibility, and Nintendo also kind of mentioned that they were gonna focus more on the whole adding more old titles to the monthly subscription that service that they have, because to make it worthwhile you gotta have that, especially since Nintendo is kind of very strict on all these emulating things and whatnot. But I just thought that was interesting, just because of the fact that like this is, to be honest, like in the first time in like over 20 years Nintendo's done something like this. It's insane. And the other thing, Steam is now gonna have a feature where you can stream and record on Steam your games whenever you play them. And I think that
Okay.
that's really cool. So if you have a Steam account and you want to do some recording, it's definitely one of those things where it helps, people that record and do like gaming content. Steam is now another option.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That's just like an extra feature. Steam is
Mhm.
like really cool because there's so much stuff you can do on Steam that you would have to pay for that in a console, like $300.
Right. And they're giving it to you for free.
Yeah, they just give you all that stuff for free. It's great. It's
And that's my
fantastic.
KOA news. Blah.
Only thing I got to say is another trailer came out for the Madoka Magica movie, Walpurgis, and I did not look at the whole thing. I looked at a little bit of it, but I'm telling you right now that is going to be a movie to watch for sure.
In the
I am hyped
theaters?
for it. Oh yeah,
Oh, is it going to be in
Nice.
theaters?
is it?
Oh.
I'm saying if it was like, oh hell yeah, I'll go to
Okay.
it.
For some reason, I thought it was because, and the only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like all anime movies are getting released in theaters now.
Yeah, that's true. I've the last like 5 or 6 times I've went to the theaters is all just because of anime, and then like one Oasis documentary.
Beautiful.
I think it's supposed to come out next season. If it's 2025, but yeah, next season or the season after that, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of, and I guess I'll touch on this really quick. I just remembered it because you were talking about it. But if any of y'all have ever seen the movie Interstellar 5555, the story of the secret stars or whatever. Anyway, it's a Daft Punk movie. It's an anime that is based off of the Discovery album, which is an amazing album. They're re-releasing it in theaters and it's coming out next week, and it's for one night only, which kind of makes me but you know, I'm thinking about going just because that was like one of my first real exposures to Daft Punk, and the fact that it was anime was just like made in heaven. It was so wonderful and great. But yeah, it's literally, and all it is just playing the whole album. I think it's really cool.
Will Daft Punk ever reunite and save
No.
the world?
I wish. That was one I had on my bucket list that I'll never have the chance to see, which sucks, but I would have loved to have seen them live. Now I get to have the Daft Punk experience, which is two random fucking people dressed up as them but doing Daft Punk music,
Daft Punk bots.
pretty much.
Well, let's go ahead and let's jump right on into Kenshin, because I guess we're not doing FMA this week.
Not this week. We'll do it some other time. So if you
Yeah.
guys were waiting with bated breath for Full Metal Alchemist, we're sorry.
Yeah,
We'll do it either sometime next week or next podcast. We'll keep you posted.
John had a busy night last night with the the incident.
We don't like to talk about that too much.
No. John was crunching the numbers and going, "How can this can't work?" KOA, I just don't have the manpower.
KOA is down 3 points. We gotta do something. Hurry, EA, take your shirt off.
Oh shit! It's stuck. I
Got
can't
enough.
get it.
We went up by 0.5 points. Keep teasing them. They love it.
There's the arm.
We went up by 12.
Hello, QRW6. You joined at the right time.
Yeah, we're crunching the numbers.
Hope as well. Good to see y'all back in business because we all have a life to live after said event that happened yesterday. Had to stay away. Yeah. No, I know. Online was definitely not a place to be today, for sure.
It was really crazy. Like, I was just walking, and suddenly I was like, "Oh, I pooped my pants." And yeah, a lot of really immature people we had to ban yesterday from the incident, the thing that happened, the event that happened yesterday.
Yeah,
the poopy pants incident.
It's as Tupac said though, life goes on. You know, we'll strive for a brighter future.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. Kenshin?
Yes, Rurouni Kenshin, Season 2, Episode 5, a.k.a. Rurouni Kenshin, Season 2, Episode 29? Right?
I don't know.
24 plus 5 equals 29, so I think your math is right.
Wow. I'm actually not going to finish that
You-
sentence.
You're not using EA math.
I was going to say I'm smart, but that
Oh,
has
come
not been
on.
proven.
You're smart. Come
Aw,
here.
Go on.
See?
Ask me a question only a smart person would know. Go on.
What's 1 plus 3?
What does that mean?
Moving on. I put too much faith in you.
So yeah, this episode was the long awaited Shishio Kenshin face off. And let me tell you, this is the one thing that impresses me so much every week in this season so far, is that the animation is phenomenal. Like, it's not like crazy, mind you, but it just looks so good in certain scenes. And I thought this like first 5 or 6 minutes or so, like the first act of this episode, looks so good. It really did feel like this was a special occasion, I think. But what did you guys think about the episode overall, and what did you think about the production, if you even noticed?
No, I did notice the production was pretty good. I feel like this particular season we've had some good production, and we've only just begun, with the series and whatnot, but looks good. I will say, when we get to our main man, uh, Shishio, he just kind of leaves.
Yeah,
And I don't know how I felt about that because, Kenshin kind of let him go. And, we had theories about that he was going to try to stop him, but, the girl was going to jump out and go, "No, strike me instead. You can't. You won't. I dare you." But he just lets him walk out like nothing. I was literally like, well, I guess you have to drag the plot out. You can't have him kill him right away, but still, I would have liked to have at least seen him try to do something like, "Hey, you're not getting away," and then
Yeah.
just try to take a swing.
I thought that was because Shishio was like, knew he wouldn't do anything. Like, oh, you're soft now. Like, you won't murder anyone. You wouldn't do any. I'm just gonna leave.
I mean, maybe, but it just seems kind of weird to me that after all that talk of "draw your sword, I'm gonna whoop your ass," he didn't even like try to stop him. It was just like, "Well, nice seeing you."
Yeah, it's one of those things to where we understand. We already understood that that wasn't going to be a confrontation that happened.
Sure.
Not with actual combat between the two, because he's set up to be the ultimate overarching villain of this arc. So we understood that, but how we came to stall that confrontation, I don't think was that well, especially coming off of last episode where, like you said, Kitchen says, "Draw your sword." And then Chichio's like, hmm. And from
No.
Chichio's perspective, it makes sense because he's not interested in Kenshin as he is. He wants what a lot of people have been wanting from Kenshin. We're seeing the theme. They don't want Kenshin, the soft Oro Oro. They want Batosai, the manslayer. This has happened with many other characters who tried to draw that killer side out of him. Some people learned the hard way that that's not the guy you want to fight. But I think Shishio understands what's at stake here. But yeah, Shishio not wanting to fight Kenshin at where he's at now with his mentality makes sense. So he just walks out, takes the hot lady, gets out of there. But Kenshin not really offering no resistance doesn't make that much sense. Now, Shishio did tell like his guy Sojiro to fight him. He gave him a sword to say, "Fight Kenshin." But again, Kenshin and Saito are both there. If they wanted to, one of them could have just fought off Sojiro and one of them could have chased after Shishio. It was the perfect opportunity to go after the guy that's set up this whole Kyoto thing and is threatening everybody. and it seemed like Kenshin didn't have much. There was not much urgency to chase after him.
Right. I killed a whole village for a spa and still doesn't try to like go after him. I know he was kidding, but still, like just no.
I don't even think he was getting at this point.
Right. If he would have just made an attempt, it would have been at least something. But again, the plot has to continue.
It was cool seeing Sojiro and him fighting because uh, he's been this constant presence to where, and this was the whole point of his character. You didn't really know what you were getting from him because he's eyes closed, always smiling, tone of voice is cheerful. Doesn't really seem like a villain, really. But they explain that unlike any character that we've seen in the series, he has nothing discernible about him. You can't detect bloodlust, sword aura. I think that's what they were kept calling it. Fighting spirit. He's just devoid of all of these emotions, and these are the telltale signs that swordsmen like Kenshin, like everybody really, they're able to manipulate sometimes and read to correctly guess what your next move is going to be. So against a guy like him who's fast, strong, and unreadable, he's a pretty hard opponent to beat.
Yeah. They broke each other's swords.
Yeah.
Freaking Kenshin's was split right in two, and Kenshin gave his sword the old crumble effect. I looked at that sword and was like, the only person that would love that would be Inosuke from Demon Slayer. He'd be like, yeah, now my sword's badass. But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like that entire scene. Just the moment when his blade gets cut and you're like, oh shit, he's not ready.
Yeah. And this is like the first time where his sword even came close to being like damaged or whatever, and it just got destroyed in one swoop.
Yeah, it seemed like just an instant. Like, it was very almost anticlimactic in a certain sense. It just happened.
Yeah. It was just like, oh, well, his sword's broke. Shit, well, hope he doesn't die. Waiting for him to just start coughing up blood.
Kaoru somewhere is like, my Kenshin, my Kenshin senses are tingling.
Something's going on with my Kenshin.
Yeah. And then we go back to Eiji, and he attempts to get his revenge on Senkaku, which nobody lets him get his revenge. Saito just throws him against the wall and tells him, "Beat it, kid. I'm going to torture this guy because I'm an evil policeman." And then he's like, "No, I must get my revenge." And Kenshin gives him the classic "revenge is bad" speech, which it's definitely cliche.
Yeah.
It's something that we've seen before with all of the amount of anime we've watched. But it's needed, especially for somebody who's a kid and I assume never killed anybody. That's a traumatizing thing for someone to experience. Even if there is valid reasons for it. So, they stop him and he tells them, because Eiji cited that his dead family would want him to take revenge. And, Kenshin, although he's never met the family, because it's always funny to me whenever people assume what the dead relatives would want for someone. I can say that Kenshin is probably right that his dead relatives would want him to just be happy and wouldn't want him to take revenge. But there are some rare occasions. If I was killed by this guy and then my brother had the opportunity to kill him, I would be watching on the sidelines like, yeah, get him, kill his ass. I want him to be happy, sure. I also want him to kill him. So
Right.
that's just me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Kenshin can't speak for me.
Right. That I could just see something like that with AG's parents. Like his father's like, if I'm ever dead and killed and murdered and strung up, and I'm just like you and your mother, kill the person whoever killed me. Don't let some Oro talking samurai talk you out of killing
Don't let some
someone.
country bumpkin,
Okay, Dad.
some broke ass country bumpkin.
Yeah. Like you're not from here. Like, no, get his ass. He's right there. Fuck that.
Right. Is it me or does AG sound like an adult man in a boy's body?
I
I don't know if I like the voice actor for AG.
I can't say I listened to him hard enough to.
Like the way that he talks, he sounds like he's like in his 30s and he's like, "I'm only 10." I'm like, "Shut up." you are a little person pretending to be a kid. You're not faking anything.
Damn
a
it.
little person pretending to be a kid.
Yeah.
Like in Borderlands, the midgets?
Yeah, well, Borderlands the midgets, if you've ever seen the movie Orphan, where the twist in the whole movie is that the girl's not really a little girl, she's actually like 30 or 40 or whatever, and she like kills her whole family. There's also a scene from Family Guy where Brian's like on the police force and he's like, "These aren't a bunch of kids. These are a bunch of midgets. This is a crime ring. This is cocaine and all this other stuff." It's like, who are you, little kid? And he goes, "My name's Ricky." So, yes, that's what AG is. AG is an adult pretending to be a kid. I rest my case.
Gotta look into that.
If we know in the next episode there's like a sharp gentleman in a trench coat and a top hat on, we know it's him. Looks like he's standing on another child. Turns out to be Maso. She's just under there. God damn.
Oh yeah.
She kind of did her thing this episode.
Did she?
Yeah, and by her thing I mean nothing really. She just was like,
but that is her thing.
She was just on the side going,
spazzing
Kenshin, how could you, Kenshin? Why? I don't want you to be the mean person. I want you to be the good guy. Please be good. Here's a donut or an onion ring or whatever the fuck that is.
She was like, "Here's a shit biscuit." I'm like, "What the fuck is a shit biscuit?" That's like the most unfortunate name for a biscuit in human history.
It looks like an onion ring.
It does.
And
like a big ass onion ring.
I thought it was an onion ring too, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
How far does onion rings go back, and do they begin in feudal Japan?
I don't think so.
I think onion rings are probably like a very old invention, most likely. Because
old though?
Yeah, it's just like an onion ring.
I mean, we need to look up where the origin of onion rings are.
I'm looking who invented it.
Okay, what are the origins of onion rings?
I feel like it's I'm gonna say it's a French thing.
Why? Because of French fries? They go and deep fry everything.
You know what? Maybe
John Mollard, the man behind the 1802 recipe, was a genius. I don't know if that's accurate.
1802?
The history of onion rings.
All right.
I mean, if it is this guy, good for him. He's
that's the second place that says John Mullard is the guy.
John Mullard.
England.
Shout out to John Mullard.
1802. Mm-hmm.
British or French cuisine. So, see, you're smart. You said you weren't before. You're back to smart.
It's a needle. It just goes from dumb to smart. There's no in between. It's just full throttle.
Yeah,
or nothing.
There it is. John Mullard's cookbook.
Damn.
1802.
Yo, we should order his cookbook and do a KOA cooking stream.
Will it cook?
Let's cooking.
Let's cooking.
Also, where was the shit biscuit at? Was it like was it just
Don't ask.
You don't want to know. You know where she pulled that out of? You don't want to know.
You like, because she doesn't have a bag anymore,
Yeah.
right? So
She was
it's only so many cavities that could hold shit biscuits.
this onion ring looks extra brown, Oro?
This onion ring
It's
smells like
freshly
shit.
It's what?
This onion ring smells like it's past its prime. That's why he asked before he ate it. He's like, "Is this shit gonna get me poisoned?" And she's like, "Motherfucker, just eat
Not
it."
that one.
I always think
you-
that when a character just randomly is like, "Here's food," I'm like, "Where? Tell me, where is that coming from?"
You know, every anime character has like an invisible inventory wheel, like his GTA. They just pull shit out of nowhere.
Time
Yeah.
slows down.
At least it made sense in Sword Art Online because it's a video game and they could do that stuff.
That's
But
true.
yeah, and here, where did that shit biscuit come from?
But Misao's, I like her personality, but it seems until the whole Kenshin reveals what happened to the Shinen Waban group, she's kind of just going to be kind of like a gag character because
Yeah.
she didn't really have anything to do with what was going on in this village. She was just there.
She
Kinda
just
like,
need Kenshin in the head.
Kind of like oh god, what's the kid's name? Oh
Iji?
no, the other kid
In this show,
from
Oh,
season 1.
Sasuke's son.
Yeah, Satsuki's son,
Yahiko.
Yahiko.
Yeah.
She kind of feels like a Yahiko type of character right now.
I feel like Yahiko has had a lot of character moments though within the show.
Okay,
To
yeah,
be-
that's true.
To
yeah,
be fair, he's had a lot more in season 1, and we just really got to know Misao. So, I mean, maybe she'll grow from here on out. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I just I'm not exactly seeing where she's supposed to fit in with this Kyoto thing because it seemed to me that especially with what we got with Shishio saying telling Sojiro to basically mobilize the 10 swords. So now we have a number on the guys that we had to fight. It's Shishio plus 10 guys. And while I do think there's going to be instances where characters are fighting multiple of these 10 swords, right now we have Kenshin, Saito, Sonosuke, if he ever reads a map. Like, can he read a map? Can he talk to someone? Can you not do shit?
Excuse me, can you tell me where Kyoto is?
it's
You're talking to a tree.
take a left, and then just go straight for 700 miles, and then take a right,
Okay. All right. Uh-huh.
and then do another 5 miles
So go left and make a straight.
left, and then you make a straight 700 miles,
Okay.
and then you take a for 5 miles.
I don't know what Sonosuke is doing because his whole thing was, I'm not strong enough to fight the people in Kyoto. I have to train en route to go into Kyoto. But he's not doing anything.
He's like
I mean, I
Zoro.
guess, yeah. I guess he's getting a good cardio or whatever. His legs want to be strong as hell.
Yeah.
His feet are gonna
He's
be
gonna
be
learn how to
calloused.
kick. Oh, for sure. Unless he got blisters all over his feet. That episode is gonna focus on Sonosuke. Aim
Oh.
of the next episode.
Oh, but to finish my thought though, so we have Kenshin, Saito, Sonosuke. We're building up people to fight these 10 swords, I'm assuming. And I believe Misao has to be here because she would be one to fight one of the 10 swords. But from what we've seen in her little bout with Kenshin, she's not all that powerful. And now, granted, that's in comparison to Kenshin, and Kenshin is crazy. But if these 10 swords are supposed to be competent swordsmen, meaning that they are at a tier in which only like the upper echelon that we've seen before, meaning like someone like Aoishi, someone like that. If that's supposed to be the level or the tier of opponents we're supposed to be fighting, she's not that level. And right now, she's not even training to get to that level if she's supposed to be added to the team for the Kyoto fight. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on.
She's basically going to be turned into a Dragon Ball Z side character. They become cheerleaders at that point.
Oh no.
You can do it, Kenshin. Go. Gambare.
Listen, people that have never read Dragon Ball will never understand some of my beef with Dragon Ball Z. They will never understand. They don't know how it feels to see Tien and two Budokai Tenkaichis and then go to Z and see him relegated to nothing. It is absolutely horrible. It's especially insulting with Tien specifically. It's especially insulting because then you have Super, which will give Krillin some moments for whatever reason, despite him not being stronger than Tien ever.
He's got a hot wife.
Oh.
Yeah. But Tien had launch, and then fucking Roshi of all characters.
Yeah, I was about to say that. They give Roshi some time in Super, which I'm like, really?
Papa
His
Roshi.
old ass? Papa Roshi.
Yamcha's the only character they consistently disrespect.
Yeah, Yamcha never had respect. All the way back from Ball, they never treated him with respect. Lost to Goku, he got hit in the nuts in the tournament, he breaks his leg because of Tien was a dick. He just never got out of the gutter.
No. He did beat Goku's wife, or future wife.
So. He did do that. That's his claim to fame, and having beater. A flying cat. He's a wife beater, and his also future would have been wife got taken by Vegeta.
You know what's funny? Yamcha. It's funny because these two characters were together at some point. Yamcha and Bulma. So Yamcha beat Goku's future wife, and then Bulma shot at Chi-Chi's future husband.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny to think about.
Yeah. Connection through violence and death. Oh, Goku. She shot me in the face.
Kawaii.
But the last thing that happened was AG, not taking revenge and grabbing a sword and burying it with at his brother's gravesite. And also the village being liberated, because the executor got Sojiro's supposed to tell Shishio or ask him what to do about the executor guys that were left there since Senkaku was defeated. He kind of forgot to do that. So Saito had his police friends, storm the place and, basically take it back over. So
FBI, open up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just... Yeah, exactly. But Saito has... He's married.
Oh, no.
He's a married man.
Okay, you're back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut out?
You were roboting for a little bit, but you're good now.
But yeah, he has a wife now.
Yeah,
and he's
Tokyo.
He's a happily married man, and they're going to adopt Eiji into being the family. Oh, how cute!
I wonder how he says that, but how's the wife just going to feel about having to take care of some random kid now?
I guarantee you, she's like the complete opposite of him. She's like the cutesy wootsy. I'll make your tea, dear, and I'll wash your clothes, and
we're
gonna have a kid.
the girl from NegaPosi Angler this episode.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
every brooding male needs a bubbly girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
because that pairing never really makes sense in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun to watch. I will admit.
That
And
is
it's
true.
also it's fun when they do the opposite: a brooding woman and then a bubbly guy.
Yeah.
Well, oh, we lost EA. He's dead.
Damn.
EA,
Oh no, his camera's just off. He's good.
Yeah.
EA.
Sorry, I'm hoping that I don't cut out again or whatever. I just was trying to do something to make sure.
Yeah, but good for Saito. He's got a wife. I wish them best of luck in their future endeavors. Because I'm laying them off, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, good for them.
Damn.
All right. Is that it for Kenshin?
I think that's it.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get into Dandadan, episode 5. This episode was the introduction of the bestest of girls, Ira.
Oh, tell me why she is. She seems like a bitch.
You for now on, whenever, because see, motherfuckers like C tactics. Because
What?
we know you read it, so like you have more of knowledge of what goes on. But I remember when I sung my praises for Abiko, and I was met with icy stares and a cold atmosphere. But this, based on what we got in this episode, no way. just this episode alone, no way.
I mean,
See,
she,
You can't start off with that.
She's horrible, but like,
I love that. She's the best girl, but she's horrible. See, she pretended to. Well, she didn't pretend. She did flirt with Okarun and pretended to like make him feel also special just to fuck with him. What kind of psychotic shit is that?
you guys just don't understand
We
her
don't.
value.
No. What's her value? Her value. No, okay. You're right. She did serve one value, and that was to get bonked on the head in a hysterically funny way. And I was
I love
like,
that
ha,
scene.
serves you right. And then Momo's just like grabbing, just being totally awesome, just wrapping her arms around Okarun's just like, they don't understand what they're missing. Guys like you with the glasses, so cool, so cute, and all that other stuff. As she's laid there passed out going, That's such a Japanese gag, though. The fucking... I don't know what you would call it, but it's like... It looks just like that, but it makes a loud boing sound, and it's... Where did it come from?
I don't know. It's
She's
some wash
pull-
basin from somewhere.
But where did that come from? She pulled it, like, out of thin air and, get smushed.
I don't know. Maybe that's where they keep wash basins, is on top of the lockers at the front of the school.
I guess.
Who knows?
Ping.
Yeah,
The-
but
The C Tactics Best Girl classification, according to the Decrepit Store.
Well, you guys don't
Yeah,
like Ira?
man.
Ira's great.
I mean, not in this episode.
Is it because she has pink hair?
No comment?
Which, by the way, only person in the whole series that has pink hair. Everyone looks exactly the same, and then she stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, she's got the anime character thing going on.
She really does.
We got to talk about how one of Momo's friends, the Gyaru girl. I mean, I guess they're all Gyarus, really. But she fixed her tan because whatever the hell she had going on that first episode was horrid. But she fixed it up this time.
She needs to go back to that.
No,
Why? She looked terrible.
It's just funny. Like, why the hell does she look like that?
She understood what she needed to look like, and she's just like, okay, that's too much. Okay, that's better.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this episode was just so it honed in on Okaroon specifically with his insecurities and him dealing with actually having somebody that he could call a friend because when he goes to school, he's surprised that Momo is waiting for him so much that he doesn't even try to acknowledge her because he's just thinking to himself, there's no way she's trying to talk to me before we go to school. So there's that. And then there's like the big thing that lasted a very long time of Okaroon and Momo missing each other because they both want to talk to each other about occult stuff. Because I'm assuming that Momo can't talk to this about her friends, obviously, because it's weird. And Okaroon doesn't have any friends to talk, or he doesn't have any friends in general. So they both want to talk to each other, but they miss each other many times over. And then they finally meet each other and they kiss. Now,
They clank teeth. That's what they
yeah.
do.
So this is my thing. So the friends saw this, right? They saw them kiss and they were spreading rumors after it. My thing is, if you saw that in real time, how would you have thought they kissed?
I wouldn't think that. I'd be like, "Is that your tooth on the floor? You should probably pick that up."
The way that happened, there was no eye contact or acknowledgement or anything. Okaroon's looking down like this, Momo's like lollygagging, and he just boom. If you saw that in real time, you would not think, oh my god, oh,
It's so romantic. KOA.
Now, I don't know if this is because my school was filled with psychotic assholes, but I feel like if that happened in my school, like if I did that and people saw that, they wouldn't think it's an accident. They'd be like, "Oh, score, bro! Yeah,
You totally meant to do that, bro. You kissed her mouth.
you're such a Chad, man. You're such a Rizzler, bro. Can you teach me the skills?"
Yeah, teach me the skills of bumping into women with my teeth. Also, hello, Neon.
it
Yeah,
looks like it
man.
hurt though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it felt good. And I love
hell no.
their reactions to it, man. Like the voice acting in
I've
this
done
anime is
kisses
so
like
good.
that by accident. Gone in for a kiss
really?
and then just ow.
Oh, I thought you meant
Sorry.
like the same scenario of bumping into
Oh
someone.
no.
That's just ridiculous.
I mean, no kidding. I did have someone run into me in real life, but they didn't kiss me. They were literally going full steam ahead, and I thought she's gonna go the other way eventually. Nope. Boom.
Oh my god.
I fucking hated that shit. Like she was.
You were a total
This was
NPC in GTA.
No, the
serious.
shoujo. This is shoujo start. Basically,
Like this was in high school. Like all I remember, because I'm in the middle. My one friend's on the left side, my other friend's on the right. So I just thought anyone would assume she's gonna go around. Nope. She was just like, there was a friend over there. She was running, and she was like running with, like matching with them, and she just collides with me. And all I remember is doing literally this. Like she hits me, and I just go, whoa! I did a complete 360, and I just kept walking. And she didn't even apologize. She didn't say sorry. She just laughed and kept going. And I was just, and I looked at my friends and I went, "What the fuck was that?"
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. You know, and she made me move. Like I said, she was kind of a bigger girl too, so that was just one of those. The fuck was that? That was. But no, I didn't accidentally kiss anybody. I had people run into me. That's the extent of what happened to me in high school.
Yeah, maybe it's the fact that they've already seen them like arguing together. So maybe they're just trying desperately to put like together pieces where it doesn't exactly make total sense. Even though they're kind of right, they are wrong.
they're right about it's just wrong timing. I mean, we expect this to be a thing, but they're not right now.
Right. I feel like it's more of a plot convenience more than anything. Like maybe if they caught him alone and they were like arguing and they were doing more things together, I would say that would give them more reason to, oh, you guys are really close to one another. Are you guys, more than just friends? But no, they just see two people running into each other. Oh my God, they're lovers.
That's all it takes.
Yep.
I will say though, because after that whole incident, because they started spreading rumors, and then Okaroon tries to. Oh well, no. This would actually happen afterwards. Okaroon goes to the bathroom, checks his dick, balls are gone. Now they mention this later. They go like, "How did you not know your balls are gone?" And his response to that was like, I checked the shaft and it was there,
No.
but I didn't check the balls.
This man's balls never dropped. You would
How-
know. Any guy would know that their balls are missing.
How does he just? Because I understand at school, like you're pulling down the zipper, you're whipping out the old Johnson, and you're pissing, right? But like when you're at home, do you also pee the same way that you do like in the school bathroom? Like do you
Right.
or how do you shower exactly?
Wait.
How
Right,
do you-
Does he retain? So when we say balls, is the
Balls.
whole
The nuts.
the whole thing gone, or is it just the
Like the scrote.
yeah?
The whole
or-
thing has to be going for him to notice it upon looking at it.
Like the fact that you don't eat, like, this is real guy talk. How many times do we touch our things daily? Probably every day. That's
Yeah.
to piss, that's to readjust, maybe it itches, just whatever. You're playing with your balls. And then all of a sudden, nothing sexual. But then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
I'm
Recreational.
expecting, recreational use. Ball touching. You do something, and then all of a sudden you're just like, wait a minute, that felt weird.
What the fuck?
Wait, what the? Hold on. And then that's when you go and inspect. I would have noticed my balls were missing probably instantly.
It's just a weight difference. You're just like, wait,
Right. You
Oh,
sit
wait,
down.
Hold on, I feel so much more comfortable and free.
You could sit down and you could go like, wait a minute. No, that's not right. Hold on. Whoa, what the fuck? But yeah, I agree. And I don't know, maybe was this manga written by a woman?
Yukinobu Tatsu. It's a older gentleman. Worked with Tatsuki Fujimura.
Maybe he has no nuts. He has no nuts because he has a dick thing and has a ball thing going on. We're in episode 5, right? Yeah, episode 5, and we're going on balls and shaft being missing. Just saying. He has a take.
well,
He's
and
too shy.
here's-
He's a shy boy.
Here's my next question that I want to lay out to you, gentlemen. If your balls were missing and you had, we see that they were taken and that you may not ever get them back, would you really be that upset if they were gone?
No, I don't think I would be that upset unless like I had like my dream was to start like a family and like I'd already planned it out with someone. Sure. No, I think I'd be okay with I would I'd obviously go to the hospital. But like if they're like, yeah, they're gone. They were there 1 second and they're gone. I'll be like, well,
no,
Okay.
I'm gonna be upset.
You gonna be upset?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's not the fact of like, oh, I want these balls dangling over. No, it's more so like Someone took my balls. What?
Yeah.
Nah, I need that back.
Yeah, that's kind of a violation.
Yeah, well,
I'd be
if
a
somebody
little
took them, I'm definitely getting them back, right?
for sure.
But if they just disappear and I don't know why,
Well, because at the end of the episode, we now have to go on this mystical journey to retrieve the balls. To be honest, if it involved a lot of work, I'd probably give up on them. The only reason I say that is because, as guys, they're kind of there. If you accidentally hit them or do anything with them, they hurt like hell.
if you
I
lightly
don't
tap
know.
them, you get it sick to your stomach.
Yeah, you lightly tap them. The older you get, the more they droop, and then you could accidentally sit on them, and then that's even worse. And you're just like, I don't like this. So I would at least look at it in that mindset. I don't think I really miss them all that much. But if I did want to have kids, that would be like the big thing. But nuts can definitely be bothersome. But I guess what I was trying to get at is, if they were taken and you were never going to get them back, would you miss them? Yeah, I'd miss them. But it'd be kind of be freeing in a way too. Not going to lie.
There's advantages and disadvantages. I think it just depends
Right.
on where you're at in life. It's like a
For sure.
philosophical question.
Would you have nuts or would you not have nuts?
Where were we at?
Well,
We
that
just
was
started.
that was a lead into what ended up were Okaru's motivation to go into Momo's classroom because he wanted to
Oh yeah.
mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to mention that to her,
And he
which
does that
I don't.
pose.
Oh,
How fucking awkward are these kids?
Excuse me. These are missing.
It's serious,
Uh,
Bobo. We got to talk about my dick.
yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad he didn't just say that. Yeah, he has more tact than us, a character that we're going to talk about later in the podcast. But yeah, so he's trying to talk to her, and Momo is brushing him off, and uh, it's one of those moments where you get secondhand embarrassment from,
Mhm.
because she completely rejects him, and Okaru's just like, "Are you embarrassed to be seen with me?"
Oh. And even the girls were like,
You're like,
"Bitch,
"Damn,
you fucked
damn."
up. That was messed. What? How could you do that to this man? He just wanted your number."
I have to question: are the people in Okaru's classroom just assholes? Like, is that classroom just bad, or are the people in Momo's classroom just nicer in general?
I mean,
Because I feel like if he would have tried that in his classroom with the people he has in his class, everybody would have roasted him. In Momo's classroom, they're kind of just spectators. Everybody's like doing the ooh and ah thing, but they're kind of just letting it happen naturally. They're not ridiculing him or anything like that. Because I think if that same scenario happened in Okaru's classroom, someone would be like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch," and it just beamed him with something. Because someone,
Yeah.
someone, someone hit him with the ball in
Yeah.
the episode,
Yeah.
didn't say shit. It was just like,
Yeah. I'm sorry. That would have been the line for me because I know he was saying "Husa," let bygones be bygones and whatnot. But this dude, inside, you have all of this time to play outside, and this he wants to be like playing with a volleyball inside. I would have taken that ball and just threw it out and be like, "Get it." Yeah, go ahead, whoop my ass. Maybe next time you'll learn not to play inside. Oh,
Don't make me get my girlfriend to beat you up.
yeah. Don't let me get my girlfriend to use telekinetic powers on you and take your nuts.
Maybe it's the fact that Momo, she's like a cop. She's like a peacekeeper. Like in her class,
Or-
everyone's chill because they know like Momo was gonna like beat him up or something.
she's the hall monitor.
Yeah. The adult in the room, even though she's a total child.
I just liked how, like, in the beginning of the episode, they were hanging out with they came into the school with each other, and you know everything was cool. But as soon as she left, I'm talking about the exact moment she was out of the frame, he got bullied.
Yeah.
Hey, his girlfriend's gone. Let's get him.
Basically, that was it.
This would be the perfect time for him to get kicked in the nuts and not react.
He just looks
Yeah.
down and looks back up at them, and they just go, and they just run away. Run! He's gonna kill us.
Jeez, Okarun, you really are a freak.
Oh my
Good.
god.
Good.
Hello, David Butthurt. Welcome in.
Hello, David.
Wait, if he has Turbo Granny's powers, could he use it to take the balls of someone else?
That's a good question.
I don't think so.
What is this? Testicle
Because-
stealing the anime now? We're just stealing testicles of everyone?
Nut theft.
Yeah.
Testicle. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Grand Theft Nut.
Grand Theft Balo. I don't know. Yeah, freaking A.
Was there anything? Well, okay, yeah. So after that incident, Momo felt bad for it and apologized. Or no, actually, I keep forgetting this in between stuff. So that's when we were introduced to Pinky because Momo was going to apologize, and Okarun runs into Pinky, and
Oh, sorry. Did my backpack hurt you? I have a water bottle in it.
yeah, Pinky's being very nice, and Okarun being Okarun is
Can I sniff your hair?
God. Okarun's on edge, and he's happy to talk to her, and then she talks to her friend and is like, I humored that loser. I'm gonna be the best looking girl he's ever talked to.
He's probably never even talked to a woman before. Fucking loser. And then all of a sudden, bonk.
Yeah, she gives him CTE. Thank you, Momo.
Momo. I mean, not Momo. What's the girl's name? What's old Pinky's name?
Myra.
Myra?
Her name wasn't.
Oh.
It was
Her
said.
name wasn't. It was said.
Yeah, by somebody else when she was bonked over the head and she was in the Family Guy death pose. They were like,
maybe.
"Oh, Ira!"
Maybe. I didn't even catch it.
Okay. Ira, are you okay? I'm so much better now.
I feel good.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. Yep, she's fine. Just put her in the psych ward. That's the last we ever see of her, by the way.
I'm gonna go eat a potato hot dog.
Where's your friend? No. That would be funny if, I mean, obviously it's a show, but not in real life it wouldn't be funny. But that would be funny. She gets brain damage. This is the only time we ever see her character. And then the other times we see her is just, hey, Okarun, you're my best friend. Sis, give me a pound. I don't know who you are, but you need to leave me alone.
Instead of saying pound, she says hashtag. Give me a hashtag.
Give me a hashtag. Yeah.
Remember when we used to call the hashtag the pound sign? Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember. They say that on the phones, I think, still, but maybe they don't. I don't know.
No, they do.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that's Momo is taking responsibility for rejecting them, and that's why. Also, just because Okarun is her friend, so she retaliates against Piki, gets her CTE, and then locks arms with with Okarun and makes it like a big theatrical show to everybody to combat what she said about Okarun never talking to a girl or anything like that. Dispelling all the mean things Pinky said about him. So, and then she apologized later, which was good.
Yeah, that was really nice of her. But later on, in the household of Momo and her grandmother, we get Okaroon getting totally made fun of because he says, I got no nuts. And Momo's just doing the fucking Larry and Curly, just laughing, rolling on the ground, whoop, 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 just losing her mind.
Oh, this scene is so great in the manga too, just because her facial expressions are they're just so funny.
Yeah.
They find great humor in his lack of anatomy.
Yeah, I know.
It's
You got no dick, haha. You got no balls now, haha.
like imagine the opposite. Like a
You
dude
got
just
no
laughing.
you got no titties.
You lose your face. It just bust out. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
They Momo. Remember that one episode? Momo was like, "Let me see it."
Yeah.
They both are freaks. Momo wants to see it. Granny wants to see it. And she's like, that's why I wanted to see it earlier. Really? You could have worded it better than just full on going, let me see your dick. I want to see it better now. I'm 16, good sir, ma'am. And you're like 80. Leave me alone.
Looks good for 80 though.
Fuck it, eh? She's the hottest. They do well on her boobs physics. I'll tell you that right now.
I was surprised with how much they focused on those boob physics.
And I whoever did it needs a raise. That's all I know. But we finally see that the reason he has no nuts is because there's a eensy weensy little spirit inside him. And who's that spirit? Drum roll, please. The Turbo Granny. She somehow is still in this series.
Yeah, I mean, weren't you asking EA if he was going to keep that power?
Yeah, I was, and it confirmed it. I also asked what that character was, and apparently we know it's Turbo Granny. I now see Turbo Granny's going to be this comedic side character just getting the shit beat out of her by regular Granny.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole Dimple thing. Even her plan was akin to
It
Dimple,
is
where
like Dimple.
yeah, the whole plot was to stick around and gain power slowly, but they caught her before it happened. You could see this happening just because they were trying to make you empathize with her. The last episode with her retaliating because of uh, the women that were brutally murdered, and maybe even worse. So it's kind of like, yeah, Turbo's Granny's bad, but she had a reason for some of the bad shit she was doing. So yeah, and I feel like it was for this exact reason, to where Momo could level with her on some, on, or identify with her on some level, and that I could kind of get why you did that, even if you went a little too far, gobbling teenagers' weenies and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. I just love whenever, basically Turbo Granny's spirit gets put into the cat and whatever. Yeah, she was basically, you want your nuts back? Kill some people. I'll give you your weenie back or balls back if you just start killing people.
I like how she
Yeah.
says, "Kill those two bitches."
That's not worth it. I don't know why she thought that was. Does she think like,
2 bitches for 2 testes.
like, did she really think Okaru was gonna? I need my balls. Like what?
Makes sense. But yeah, hello Dan at Taz Media. Hopefully you're having a good night.
What's going on?
But and Midnight. Everybody's coming in. Hello, Midnight. Yes, hope you're having a good night as well.
Yo.
But yeah, it is interesting to see that he has the power to change now. And it seems like he figured it out on his own, because he said he felt like angry and agitated, and then that's when it just came over his body and just changed. So I'm like, I wonder if it's going to be one of those things where he's going to learn to how to change, or if it's as of right now he doesn't know how and he just is learning, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I think the progress is going to be the same, which we getting from Momo, and that's also another thing that we didn't really talk about. Momo's powers she's getting better with because she was able to visualize uh, grabbing Turbo Granny without physically seeing her, just like her grandma told her to do. Because Turbo Granny was, closed herself off in a room, and then Momo closed, or she was just able to see through the walls basically and grab Turbo Granny and keep her there. So her powers are evolving, and I expect the same thing to happen with Okarun and these powers, which I'm sure he's going to keep because if we're supposed to have this sidekick and power duo, he has to have some type of power, right? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can't just be the dickless wonder. He has to have something. And I think Ben's dead.
If you think about it, it's kind of weird. Wonder what Okarun's parents would think about all this. Like how in
Does he even
Sumo
have
Show-
parents?
Yeah, he doesn't have any parents.
Listen, I wonder what do their parents think if they walked in and they saw
I don't think they have parents.
a grandmother and the granddaughter being like, let me see your junk.
I mean,
If you think about it,
it kind of goes into the next episode that we'll be talking about from the next series, in a way, except not as perverse.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. I
is.
think somebody would get shot.
Yeah.
It's probably safe.
Just walking into any one of those scenes would just be like, you would have to bleach your eyes, I would assume. Seiko takes some crab meat, uses it like chasing around, like a high schooler. You walk into that and you're just, well, let's see what's going. Never mind.
You just imagine. Also, like Momo viciously laughed at Okarun. Like
He's
roll on floor laughing, literally.
Yeah.
Rufflecopter.
Like Mo, or not Mo, but Curly, just literally. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How can if I was laughed at, I would be overwhelmed in that house. I would have to leave.
Yeah, I couldn't take it, but this boy's obviously taken a lot.
Tuck your balls in and leave. Snowflake.
Yeah, he's got no balls, so I guess it's like, how can my life get worse?
I wonder if that's a thing that comes into play, where because he's got no nuts, he just can't stand up for himself. He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm a loser. Give this guy his nuts back.
That's what happens when he does his power up form. He gets depressed.
I mean, isn't that why dogs get neutered? Is so that they become less humpy and not as, I don't know, not aggressive, but to where they just, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I was trying to equate it with having your nuts removed to basically not being aggressive or whatever. I don't know.
I don't think we ever talked about balls this much before.
You had to pick the show.
Yeah, it's the Balls Podcast.
Welcome to the Balls Podcast, the KOA podcast, known as the King of, KOB, King of Balls Podcast.
Balls of anime.
King Balls of Anime.
Good Good Lord Almighty, Great Balls of Fire.
Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire.
Remember that one time WWE randomly had a pay-per-view called like Great Balls or something like that?
I don't think I remember
let
that.
me
No,
find the name.
Great Balls?
Yeah, it was literally not that long ago. It was like 2018.
Y'all think Dandadan duo gonna stay generally equal throughout the series? a male and female character standing on the same level in the shonen manga.
Yeah, yeah. They had a pay-per-view in 2017 called WWE Great Balls of Fire,
Boo.
in which the event's title referenced Jerry Lee Lewis's song of the same name, which was used as the event's theme song. What was the main event? Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman defeated Samoa Joe.
Oh,
in
what a
6.5
fantastic!
minutes.
Oh, fantastic main event.
Yeah, that was probably a very good pay-per-view.
I don't know. I don't wonder where the hell are Okarune's parents. Yeah, they're dead. We're convinced that they're dead. So the reason he's depressed in that form is because he doesn't have balls. You can't blame me for the current conversation. I was the one who kept nagging you guys to check out Dandadan. Hey, Dan. You want us to talk about balls. I get it.
Dandadan Yultaz Media.
That's about it though. So we're
pretty much
on the search for
on a quest for balls.
Yeah, that Turbo Granny just dropped.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I put them up on eBay. I don't know where they are.
I don't have a fucking clue. We're gonna have to get the Dragon Ball radar.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At that point, if she doesn't know where the balls are, she says she left them. I would have been like, you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I don't have to worry about ever getting hurt in the nuts anymore. I don't have to worry about my nuts hanging out. I'm good. Oh, and nuts.
For
and
anyone
balls.
for anyone here who knows Wolfclaw, in my opinion, Wolfclaw is like the real life version of Okarune.
He has no nuts?
No, well, no, but he would somehow be like, "Oh, guys, I lost my testicles. Can't find them."
He was the one who I thought was Giguk.
Probably, yeah.
Because he was British.
Probably. He apparently looks like Sea Dog VA, so... Well, I mean, I know what he looks like. I don't know why I said it like that. I agree. So, is that it for Dandadan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens next, even though I know it's just an inquest for nuts.
Let's go ahead and let's get into Suma Show, episode 6. The continued... Abusive Nobara is just an amazing character. I freaking love this character. I don't know why, but she's like one of my favorite characters of the show. She has this backstory where that totally just humanizes her. She grew up with an abusive mother, and she's sort of like trying to still cope with that and repeating some of the same patterns that she has, and she feels like she's going down the same path as her mother, and she falls back into these things that make her comfortable. One of them was drinking, and yeah, she's so great because yeah, she's like abusive, but she realizes her flaws at the same time. And it feels like she's like a real person who like tries, fails, and eventually gets it right. Which I like that. She's like she's more than just like a horrible, like she's not just a horrible mom. She's just a person who's made mistakes and is going through some like real heavy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, C. She... I'm not going to call her abusive Deborah, Chica. She is probably one of the best characters in this show. And I think that's like I don't even have to like second guess myself and go, oh, no, she really is. And I think what she represents is a parent that came up in an abusive household, passing along that same abuse without really knowing it until it's kind of like shown right in her face in a way. You know what I mean? Like, because that's kind of the cycle whenever you grow in a environment like that is what's normal to you may be psychotic to others, but that's absolutely normal to at least with Chica when she was growing up. And you saw that. You saw her as a kid, mother doing the exact same things that Chica did. And I just love how the show basically took everything, made us go from absolutely hating her to being my favorite character in this series. And that to me is just exceptional writing. You know, because they could have just kept her as this bad character. Oh, I'm gonna abuse my daughter. I'm an alcoholic. Oh, woe is me, and just left it at that, and had no like, wouldn't have given it a second thought. You know, that's just this character's character traits. But they gave her such a great backstory, and just such a great and very interesting, like, just overall arc, I guess you could call it, because let's face it, she did kind of like have like a self-fulfilling resolution and was just like, "Oh shit. I'm doing the same thing that my mother did to me." And she saw that as she was about to like raise her hand and hit her child. She saw herself in her, and then that's what made her stop and was just like, "What am I doing? I'm no better than my mother. I become my mother." And stuff like that's just always just so interesting to me whenever like you either become better than the environment you were raised in or you failed and then you just do the exact same thing without even knowing it. The cycle just goes generation to generation to generation, and you could be the one to stop it. So yeah, really really well, very good episode. This is probably my favorite episode out of the whole series.
It is for sure my favorite. This episode made me tear up in parts. I said it last podcast, but I think what this show is showing you, or what it's attempting to do, is something that you typically don't really get in a parent-child relationship, which is they show the character more as a person rather than a role of a parent. And what I mean by that is oftentimes whenever you get a character like a parent character, they're either going to be in a role of mentor or they're going to be there for the purpose of uncovering something else about their child. And that's definitely part of Chica's character, but they're showing you her struggle as an individual because she's a parent that's still learning how to be a parent. And I think because there's a quote that her coworker said to her. She said before, because she confided in her coworker, was talking about how she was fighting with her daughter, and she said, "Before you try to face your daughter, learn how to confront yourself." And
Quote.
what that means to me, or like how you can interpret this, is with what we saw from her backstory, she was someone who was abused by her mother, and we got that more in depth. I won't talk about it too much, but we saw what was going on with her mom, and what you can get from that is that she didn't have love in her household. So, um, and this comes from a lyric I like from Kendrick Lamar, Part 5. He has a lyric that he says, "You can't help the world until you help yourself," and that's true in all relationships. You can't. It's very hard for you to give something that you don't have yourself, even if it's spare. Even if you have a little of it, it's very hard for you to, because she's trying so hard to get out of the pattern of what she didn't like from her mom, and you could respect that, but it's hard not to go in that same or follow in her footsteps if that's all you know. She didn't have a dad that cared about her. She didn't have a mom that really cared about her. So from her perspective, is she's trying, but she doesn't know how exactly. And it wasn't until she was going for the slap that she realized, like what C said, like, what am I doing? What am I about to do? I'm doing the same thing my mom is doing. The same thing I hated that made me hate my mom is what I'm about to do to my child. And it made her reevaluate herself. And man, just strong stuff. Just strong stuff. I'll talk
Yeah.
more about other parts, but that specifically moved me for sure.
Yeah. I definitely like there's a lot. I mean, there's shows in general that talk about parents and whatnot. Oh, sorry, did I break up?
Oh no, you good.
Okay, that's weird. It showed that I dipped. Anyway, that was weird. Um, yeah, it just real huge focus on parents and just their upbringing. Just because I feel like anime kind of focuses more on, like the youth and teenagers and where they currently are when they're young. I like it when they focus more on the adult stuff. You never see the point of view where, you know, just based off of where you are in life, you could have a different reaction. One of my favorite movies, the Goofy movie. It's one of my favorites. Mid '90s, great. When I was a kid, I rooted for Max. And now that I'm an adult, I understand what Goofy went through. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. You have a different kind of perspective in what you see, and you don't always see that with these mean old parents. Oh, they're just mean just because they're mean. There's a reason why they're mean, and I love how it kind of like shed light on that, and I feel like that's something that isn't really talked about much in anime.
Yeah, and I just I appreciate that they're telling a story of a parent that hasn't figured it out, and I
Hmm.
think that's the point I was trying to get at with what I was saying, where I feel like a lot of anime, whenever you have a character like this, they put the role of a parent over the agency of an individual, because I've said this before. I feel personally, I'm not a parent, so I can't say this with certainty. But I feel like a lot of people, have kids and they're learning what to do, on the fly. Obviously, you could, and here's the thing, because I'm not saying, because I'm not just talking about like unplanned pregnancies or anything like that. I'm saying even if you have things planned, as far as I'm gonna have a kid at this age and when I have this career, you're still having to figure out how to be a parent when you have a kid, because
Yeah,
there's just some things that you aren't never going to be prepared for until it happens. It doesn't matter how much you know, how much you read or anything like that. It's not until you're actually faced with the responsibility of taking care of another life that you learn what to do.
yeah,
Kids are their own people, so you have to adjust to them. Because you don't know what kind of personality they'll have, and it's never going to be as easy as you may think it is. So
for sure.
yeah, I just appreciate that perspective, because I feel like in a lot of anime the parents are just established. They usually either really horrible or really cool, but in this anime she's figuring out how to get to the level of being a good parent.
Yeah, that was some good stuff. That was some good stuff.
Yep. Yep. I love it. Abuse of Nobara for the win. Best girl.
Can we talk about the dad and how he was doing some fuck shit this episode?
Oh yeah.
Keisuke was embarrassing me. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I was just like,
There was a
Keisuke.
couple of times where I wanted to punch him in the face, to be honest.
I was like, Keisuke, please shut up. Ma had to save him because this fool was actually about to reveal, hey, this is my wife. Oh my god.
As it echoes throughout the fucking alley as the crowd is gathered around him. That's my wife! Huh?
I was just like, yeah, because that was the big cliffhanger. We were wondering what was going to happen, and we all thought that because I don't know, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I went, even if he is going to reveal it, it's not going to happen. No way they're going to do that. You know, it's just
Interrupted.
yeah, it's just that would take the story in an unnecessary direction, and we didn't go in that direction, thankfully. But that doesn't change what he was trying to do, which he ended up revealing it anyways later. But the point is, that wasn't the right time. That wasn't a situation at all. This lady just saw you for the first time. You're gonna put Takaye in an awkward situation. You can't explain it well. Thank God for Ma.
Yeah, she was like, Dad, shut the fuck up.
Because he just, he's no way you could explain yourself out of that situation. Not then and there.
No. Yeah, but he did them as a collective, you know, Kisuke, Mai, and Takai all talked to Chika, and I was interested to see how that whole thing would play out, and surprisingly it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. You know, pretty much expected. You know, Chica's like, what are you talking about? That's insane. Y'all are, what the fuck? But then I don't know if it was like symbolism as to her seeing what his wife had looked like, or if that was her, you know, like just putting two and two together. It's like, oh, you speak different, so you must be the reincarnation of this woman who they say that you are. So it was interesting. The part that made me kind of rubbed me the wrong way was basically Kisuke's was like, you know, if you act like a bad parent again, I'm gonna take her away from you. And I would have been like, motherfucker, you take it and see what happens.
Yeah,
you know, you take my daughter, see what happens. I wanted to see at least something from her to where she showed some mother. You're not my baby, but it's fine, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
when he said, I'm just thinking like, I'm just thinking of the guy on the phone, Liam Neeson taking. I'm gonna take your daughter away if you ever act up. Good luck. Like you like, how does he expect that to happen? You're in the eyes of the world, you're a random.
Right. That too. I wanted her to say, I don't know. I guess I just kind of wanted her to say at least something along the lines of, you can't tell me what to do. Yes, I'm going to do better. Yes, I'm going to be a better person, but at the end of the day, she's my daughter and you have no say in this. I wanted at least some kind of pushback, but we didn't get that.
I think even Takai is even like later in the episode, she's like, you know, listen. I am this woman's daughter. I am not your wife anymore, you piece of garbage. Okay?
He did not say that.
You're already cheating on me with this office lady. Screw you, bud.
She just goes full on psycho. You better sleep with one eye open, because I'll cut you. I know where you live.
No. But she seriously, she's like, she even says that later where She's like, I am not your wife anymore. Just not. I may be the reincarnation of your wife. Like I may
Yeah.
have the same memories, but I'm a kid now. I'm a squid now. I'm a kid now. I'm a squid
I'm
now.
a big kid now.
Well, she's still acknowledging, their memories and whatnot, but she's also saying, "I'm I'm this, but I'm also that." And we're in the eyes of the public, I'm for sure not your wife. So yeah, you can't just stick around a elementary school girl, not be related to her, and
You want to be an
think that's
airplane?
okay. Like unless he wants prison food.
I agree with Decrepit Storm, though. Kisuke should have gotten the police call on him multiple times this episode.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, the Decrepit Storm says, "Why did she not immediately freak out when she saw him carrying her?" So
I agree with that.
I also agree. I understand why it happened that way though, because in a moment of Chica, reviewing herself and realizing her faults and her talk after talking to her coworker and all of that, it was to show that she was being a nurturing mother in that moment. She cared so much about her daughter that she ignored the weird stuff of why is that guy that I saw earlier carrying my uh carrying my daughter in the rain, you know. So it was one of those things to where they they wanted a certain plot point and it came at the expense of logic. Because yeah, logically, if a parent just saw that, they'd be like, "What?" I think the first response would be, "What the fuck?" And
Yes.
then, "Oh, my daughter." And give me her.
Yeah.
I think.
Who the fuck are you? Why you can't? Oh, she's sick. Okay, leave me alone. Yeah. Was that pretty much the episode?
I mean, well, we gotta mention
Well,
the big elephant in the room is the Japanese cold is back.
yeah, it's never
Oh,
left.
you mean when they get water on them, they get sick?
Yeah.
I mean, she did just kind of walk out of her door and go, "I'm gonna make it to school. I gotta learn 5th grade. God damn it!" Yeah, that did happen.
I do like when Keisuke pressed Chika about um about what she was going to do as a mother after they told her the truth. Chika just bluntly says, uh, I want to be her mother, and she wants to start over with her. And very touching moment. I don't know what happens from this point on, whether she just gets tremendously better or if she still is, if there's still going to be a learning curve for her. But if this is supposed to be like the end of the Chica arc or whatever, probably not, because she has some unresolved things with her mother. That I'm sure she might. I'm sure she's going to clear it up. She's going to try to touch base with her mother, and maybe we'll uncover some stuff with her mother that we don't know. Because the same way that we were looking at her as a,
Can I have some money?
well, yeah, well, the same way we was looking at her as unsympathetic villain. Maybe, and I don't think she's going to be Chica as far as the sympathy that she may garner. Talking about Chica's mom, but maybe we'll uncover some stuff that showed why she was the way she was. Probably not going to be any good explanation because,
Right.
I mean,
I
that stuff is kind of wild.
guarantee you, it's gonna be, your father left us while you were young.
Yeah,
It's gonna be something like that because she got in a relationship with a guy and they got a divorce. I'm talking about Chica as well, and she left Well, he left her, excuse me. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably something like that. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
One last thing that was, I guess, sweet and adorable and kind of, I don't know, not cute, but just like dramatic, was Takai looking at an old picture of her mom, and she was just like, she can actually smile. I forgot what she looked like when she smiled, and she just got emotional by that, and
Yeah.
yeah, that just, I guess, shows you how long it's been since she's been happy. She probably has been happy for a long time.
Yeah. They always make it a visual show with the lighting whenever it's supposed to be depressing. It's like that blue filter, everything's blue and dark,
Mm-hmm.
and it's messy, cans littering the place. But
Yeah.
and that talk with her and Takaye, Chika and Takaye, the room looks brighter, and it looks like just visually that they're going to start over. So,
Yep. Tomorrow's a new day.
yeah.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
New day rocks.
I wonder if Keisuke is going to get like Nobara a job at his place.
No.
Because she looks
Well, when
she looks so out of place working at that fast food.
Oh, come on. See, she's in her fast food restaurant. Have some respect.
I mean, she's like this, like, this beautiful older woman.
MILF.
Yes, I don't know why I didn't say that to begin with. Is there something wrong with me? Do I need
You
to
literally described what a MILF was. A beautiful older woman.
Well, okay, so she, you have this the MILF working in a fast food chain. She just looks out of place. So I wonder if Casey is going to be like, "Hey, you helped out my child wife. I am going to help you get a job at my place." And then maybe that will be like, like the start of like a friendship between the two families.
And then the dark ending happens, and he gets with Chica.
Oh no!
Boom.
I hate it.
The cute office lady is single forever.
She's just like, oh, they're together now.
She's stuck babysitting
Damn it.
their kids.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I wonder where they're going to go, like as far as her having a romantic relationship. I wonder if there's going to be another dude. I don't need that. I'm just thinking out loud.
Just some other guy walks in. Ha ha! It's me, handsome and young, around your age. Let me get that door for you. He's so
And I'm good
cute.
with kids.
I'm really good. It's the same fucking guy. that was with Chica originally.
Just
Saying
a
I'm
new
good with
skin.
kids, and then a new skin just get it. Wait, I know that motherfucker. He's a liar. Don't believe him.
She just falls for it again.
Listen, I'll take the bullet.
For who?
Easy MILF glitch.
This is a Killer Pass episode, by the way. Episode 6.
This is like a mega pass for me. This was a really, really good episode.
This is best episode.
Yeah. This show is an underrated gem yet again. It's one that, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have watched had... And I'm talking about KOA. And I definitely give it a hard pass. This is the best episode so far. And, like, definitely one of the series that I think is very overlooked. And I really do think it's because of the name. I think it's because of the name, and I think it's because of the description, like the synopsis of the show. I don't know how you could like word it better to make people watch it, but I'm enjoying this series so far. Pass.
That's why everyone should read Molester Man.
You know?
We said all that, but I'm still adverse to it.
Right. I mean,
You just don't get it.
I know I don't.
is it a show or a manga?
It's a manga.
That's right. You said it was a
Like
manga.
a 40-chapter manga. It's a romance.
Oh, the Crippin' Store said on the alternate ending, Keisuke gets with Chica's mother. Oh my god, bro.
I'm just
Jesus
desperate.
Christ.
I need somebody. You're you're older and you drink and need money all the time. I'll be your sugar daddy.
My husband is dating my grandmother.
Oh, could you fucking Takei's just like, you know what? I don't want my memories back anymore. Fuck this shit.
Just gives herself a lobotomy.
I
Well,
am your daughter.
Talking about fish in the sea, let's talk about, well, the fish in the sea. NegaPosi Angler, episode 5. Woohoo! This show is so secretly trying to ship Hero and Pink Dude.
You think so?
Okay, so think about this. He's on these splurges with these two ladies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these little buffets, little nibbles.
Who is appearing in his mind every time?
Yeah, it is old Pinky. Takai.
Yeah, probably because he's telling him,
Takaki.
hey, don't spend your rent money on stupid shit.
Right,
Yeah,
on
but-
fishing shit.
Yeah, but why?
And he did that twice.
Why is it him specifically?
Because he's
In
staying
his
at
head.
his place. See tactics.
Oh, he's staying at his
He has to pay-
place.
He has to pay rent.
Oh, and how is he going to pay the rent, Satsuki?
Money?
Oh, what if there's no money? If he
What are
spent
you
it
trying
all?
to? You sound like a sleazy porn director. What's going on? Hey, you don't have any money, right? Why don't you sit on that black
Listen,
couch over there?
Listen,
Well,
all
you
I'm
can make it
saying-
up to me.
Another way to pay for rent?
All I'm saying is don't be surprised if this is a red herring. Get it? Herring, because herring is a fish.
And that's what they do in this series.
Yeah. And maybe the real catch is Takaaki.
I mean, we already said like the whole yaoi thing could be something, but given what we saw this episode, it doesn't really seem that Hero is a fan of the yaoi, or at the very least, he's bisexual. Because he was definitely crushing on old what's her name, Nishimori.
Nishimori. Yeah, he was smitten with her. He's like, fucking tail hair, fucking Hana. No, I want her because she talks nice to me and gets super close to me and smells nice and convinces me to buy shit that I don't need.
I like how she describes money. She's like, don't you just love the feeling of holding hard cash?
And he's like, who are you?
All I could think of when that whole thing was going on with Nishimori was I'm Sprung by T-Pain. I'm sprung.
To get
Now
me.
she get me. Got me doing
doing
things I'll
things
never,
I'll never
do if
do.
you ain't been. I'm telling you. That's all I kept hearing. I was like, yo, he is spending an outrageous amount of money. And he's doing it himself. She's not even like, oh, I want this, I want that. He's doing it himself. So you can't even blame her. He's trying his best to impress her, so
I mean,
Neon says, "See, what are you trying to say, man? Maybe the main character may wind up with the girl with long hair."
hopefully not, because I think that will land him in prison.
Yep,
We don't know
Yeah.
how old he is exactly. He's
college age.
He might actually, because I kept thinking he was like 20 something. but he actually might be like 19 or something because we got to remember he went to college, and just coming out of high school. Uh, and then he didn't complete it, and I don't think it's been that long since he seen those his college buddies. So I actually think he's 19. Yeah, I think he's 19, 19 or
Okay.
18.
Okay. No, it's okay, Neon. We know what you meant. You can't take it back now. No Gibbsies backsies.
That's just to say the thing with Hana would still be weird, but it wouldn't be as weird as I thought it would. I thought it was initially.
Yeah. Now, if anything, he's gonna get with old pretty face. She really going to take him for everything he's got.
I mean,
Here,
I don't know. She kind of seems plain, too plain. Whereas Hana, she's got like the living alien hair that just moves.
She does. When she was looking at like fishing stuff, her fucking hair was wagging like a dog tail.
yeah, it's definitely its own thing. It's sentient.
Yeah, it's an alien that's crash landed. It's the symbiote. It's Venom.
I also love when Neon says right here, it's supposed to say laughing my ass off, but it says laughing ass my off. Good stuff.
Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about the whole shipping thing between Nishimori and Hiro. I don't think it's going to happen, even though Hiro has an obvious attraction to her, just from rules of anime. Like, what's one of the cardinal rules that we see whenever we get romances? First girl is usually going to be, yeah, and she's not the first girl. We didn't even know who Nishimori was, or this is the first time she got any focus. We got her name in other episodes, and they kind of looked at her, but this is the first time she got focus. And this is what, episode 5?
Yeah.
You're typically already are going to get your love interest introduced, if it's going to happen. Now, this is an anime original, so they could be different. Who knows? But with Hana having the whole Tsundere thing, uh, uh, Takaaki having a whole yaoi possibility, I don't see Nishimori. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll break the mold.
Yeah, maybe all of a sudden it's like, hey, I have a physical attraction to you. I want to be with you. Why? Well, just because. I'm sorry, I'm breaking the anime tropes. I know I saw you first, but I want her.
The Crepe Store said they were almost shipping Hana and Nishimori this episode. See,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Because Nishimori outright said that she liked Hana, but we didn't know what type of like she's talking about. Are you talking about as friends, romantically?
She likes the hair.
Yeah, I mean, it could carry a fucking dresser up the attic, so I would like it too. I'd be like, I need to talk to you Saturday.
That's canon.
So I was trying to figure out what type of light she was talking about. So what I had to do is I had to turn my gaydar on, and I had to really evaluate the Yuri, because sometimes series are very vague, especially when it comes to these type of relationships. So I had to sense whether, like my dread was like wiggling. I was using it as like a dowsing thing. It's like, is this real Yuri? And here's the thing. It may be real on the side of Nishimori, but it's not going to be a thing. That is what my gaydar senses tell me. My gaydar senses tell me
Sasuke has spoken.
That they're going to tease this as a Yuri relationship on the side of Nishimori, but it's not going to be a thing. It's not going to be real Yuri. It's not here. It doesn't exist. That's what my senses are telling me.
Okay. I believe you since you are the master of Yuri.
I've seen a lot of Yuri bait, so No pun intended. Pun intended. Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended,
That's-
because it involves fishing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not really catching the bait of Hana and Hiro as a couple right now. I don't know. Something feels like I feel like we're missing like a Hana backstory, like a Hana focus centric. Like
I'm bringing Hana back. Yeah,
yeah,
the mother don't know how to act.
exactly. So we need one of those. We need a musical episode featuring Hana. Because like right now, I'm like at this point, I'm. It's either I don't know. I don't think he's going to get with anyone at this point.
Probably not. Probably not.
Because we're at episode 5, and if there's going to be a romance, I feel.
Yeah, he's not gonna get with anyone. He's gonna be dead.
Yeah, that's true. He's going to die. No. I think one of these girls are gonna find out. I think it's something. Hana is probably. I think maybe Hana's character is supposed to be like, "Hey, don't be a dumbass. Get treated, you idiot."
All she has to do is hide the tumor in her hair.
It's
That's
not.
true.
It's not the tumor.
Come over here, hero. Let me use my hair to get the tumor out of your brain.
I don't know if that's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Stand still.
It's just like a portal, and it just heals him. He just gets engulfed. He comes out looking 5 years younger. and shit.
I know. And now he could officially date her because he's younger.
No,
Wow.
I
Oh,
didn't mean to
God.
do this, but you look kind of cute right now, so
Yeah,
I think I'm going to ask you on a date.
I would love to date you, Hero. I mean, Hana. I mean, hair. I want your hair.
The reason I even bring up the romance thing between him and Hana, it's just usual tropes. First girl thing, she has that. Tsundere personality, that's usually the character that they go for.
She's really quirky
Um,
too.
Yeah. Like weird hair, like she has the design for it too. So yeah.
And if you have a character that just gives you that shine smile, that just has everything glistening in the background, she's just what this is what that series did. It's a wrap. That's the one that he's gonna be with.
Yeah, and
But,
Nishimori kind of reminded me too much of that girl from K-On!, the main girl, Yui. So
Mm.
I got cake and tea flashbacks.
Oh god. Did you watch KOA EA?
Never
Oh.
watched one episode. I know the memes. I know they eat cake. I know they do songs. I know it's Yuri bait, and like I think there's like a couple of clips I've seen on YouTube
That's about all you need
with
to watch.
with
It's
a
a
with a
clip
girl wearing bunny ears and a girl sad that she was gonna eat a cake. But it was just funny. Like this is probably the funniest part of that I saw. She's about to eat it, doesn't give any emotions, and then her eye ducts start filling with water, and then she starts crying. Like that's funny. Everything else,
It's the
I think
show's
there's a
boring
meal scene.
as. K-On! Is boring as hell. I love
That's going to
K-On!
get
though.
us killed one day. 100%. Funniest scene is the money slap scene.
Yes, that's a good one.
Oh, I automatically think of Konosuba when I hear that.
Or the shaky tea, where she's holding the tea and she's nervous.
Oh,
Oh
Mio.
yeah. I've definitely seen that.
It's like the Family Guy of anime. It's just clips now. It's the only reason to.
You think
Well,
that's
okay,
bad? Remember that one time I ate cake and started crying? Yeah. So yeah, he buys a bunch of shit. He gets the Exceed brand, which is the best. Exceed, which is the best brand you could possibly get for a fisher.
Mm-hmm.
And he uses it, and he's automatically better because everybody knows the gear maketh the fisherman.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was surprised that he was able to buy it, considering that everybody was treating it like they couldn't afford it. Now I understand he is freeloading, but
yeah,
with these guys fishing, or some of them fishing for as long as they have, I would have thought they would have saved enough money to buy this because he was able to get it with his first, second paycheck.
Yeah.
He can't be making that much.
They said it was
how much?
130,000 yen. In today's money, that transfers over into U.S.
Isn't that?
dollars, $842.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't fish myself, but I would assume that would be a good price for a fishing rod, especially if you pay for the quality of it. But I agree. How much is this guy getting paid to fucking sit there and go, I don't know anything about fishing, ask her. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
he bought a lot of stuff too.
He
Yeah.
must make over $1,000 a paycheck
He's got at least like 1,500, right?
working at a convenience store.
Yeah, I need to go to this convenience store.
Yeah. Seriously. Like, you're willing to pay your employees. These employees probably have dental and 401ks. They got it made.
Yeah, that's why they choose to work at the shitty convenience store instead of like the
Right.
big chain store.
Right, and the fact that he was willing to be hired on just like easily, the boss was like, "Do you know anything about fishing? Oh, you hate fishing? You're hired." And still gets paid really good.
Job application, yes. Job interviews easy. I'll take that.
I'd like to work at a fishing shop. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
I'll work. Yeah, I mean, I'd be. Yeah, you have to get used to all the teenagers and all the people that are talking shit about you that not knowing about fishing. But the pay's good. That's all you know. At least you know basic, simple math. Unlike you, Hana.
Her hair does it all for her, calculates it
Yeah,
and everything.
her hair was asleep on that day. Her hair couldn't help her.
Yeah, it was recovering. It was like I don't know. Your mom.
Oh, did you guys catch the Fuji? I know we never focused on him, but his name is Fujishiro, the weird gold fishing looking guy who zoomed through the episode.
Yeah. Oh my god,
He
we're
spoke,
dude.
and he sounded like a fucking Chad. He had a really deep voice.
Dude, he's gonna get an episode.
He really is. If for any Danganronpa players out there, he reminded me of Ryoma. I'll have to show you guys if you remind me, because he's like a really short guy. You hear his voice, you're like there's a whole thing of YouTubers reacting to his voice. It's so funny. But was there anything else?
Not really. It was just
they were like teaching him different techniques of fishing, but nobody cares about that.
Yeah, we're not here for the fishing techniques. We're here for the deep analysis of Hana's hair.
Yeah. We're not here about
predicament.
that. We want to know who Hiro's gonna end up with, if he's gonna die, if he's ever going to pay back his debt to old Pinky. Yeah, fishing techniques and fishing tools. Fuck that. This is only a fishing anime.
Takaaki is a saint, by the way, because Jesus Christ.
He really is. He is probably one of the nicest guys.
Because he wants to
there.
smash Hero.
Well, maybe.
I mean, it's possible. Maybe he does want. Maybe he's expecting something in return. You can use my pole if I use your pole. You know what I'm saying?
God. Should I slowly ensnare him?
This pole doesn't cost 130,000 yen.
This pole's free. Well, it's not free because you're paying me back, but you can pay me back in increments by touching my pole.
I'll not think about it for a week. You still owe me the money, though.
Right.
The crypto store said, I like how the show is now being treated as mainly a harem. Not yet, because we got to get there's another girl we had to focus on, Ice.
Oh yeah, we got
Brazilian Hatsune
Brazilian. And she's probably going to be in the next episode, if I'm being honest. Like the next episode, she's going to be in there doing her thing, and she's going to be like doing her flirty stuff too, or heck, maybe even just being herself. And then all of a sudden, Hero's like, I do like Brazilian food.
Yeah.
You know what we need on KOA?
A marker or an indicator, like a little counter that indicates how many times you say, "What do you mean?"
30 super chats.
That too.
No. What we need is Brazilian Sabelina.
Oh my God, no.
In the podcast.
Seriously, the show's over.
No. Think about it.
I don't need to.
I thought about it.
Come to
I don't like
Brazil.
If you get that commissioned and turned into art, I may
You know what's funny?
consider things.
Is Burb said he wanted to do it.
No. He did?
Like he was kind of hyped.
Well, I'm not going to say I wouldn't be curious to see what it looks like when it's done, but I will think differently of you.
What is that?
Oh, thank you, Decrepit Storm. Throw those tomatoes.
What? Hey,
Can we get some tomatoes in the chat, please?
No. I'm certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, those are pretty fresh. They look pretty good. They don't look like they're dying or anything.
Speaking of dying or anything, EA.
Yes, good sir.
Where can they find you?
What is that? Are those cans of tomato sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You can find me at my channel, Everything Animated. I post stuff about, concerts. Pretty much any concert I go to, I'll put it up on my channel because why not? It gets views, especially when I turn it into a short. And since shorts, can shorts become 3 minutes now?
Yep. Up to 3 minutes.
Okay, because I tried it the other day and it didn't work. Maybe I'm just not doing it
vertical.
right. No, that's what it was. It was vertical.
Huh.
I'm maybe I just need to update something on my end. Anyway,
That's weird.
so subscribe to me for that. We have a blue sky, so we can make some biscuits, so you know whenever we go live. We also, I'm not lying. Hate when I choke on spit. We have a Patreon. Only one stinking $1. We have a backlog of all this wonderful stuff for you to look at. So just check it out. Our most recent one was about Pokemon. Pokemon!
Gotta catch them all.
Pokemon. So yeah, that's where you can find me. I do have a Twitch. It may resurface, but it may not. Who knows? I really need to get my ass on Danganronpa and finish it. It really has taken me a year to fucking finish that game. So, yeah, you can find me on all those locations and all that wonderful stuff.
Tusky.
It's your boy Sasuke the Savage. You know where to find me. My main channel, Sasuke the Savage, where I'm posting my live reactions, edited live reactions to Hunter x Hunter. But if you want to catch it raw, uncut, check out my Twitch, Sasuke Does Savage. That's with a D-A, not a T-H-E, between the Sasuke and the Savage. And that is where I stream on the weekends, but also some days on the weekdays, like sometimes like Thursday, Friday. Usually I'm live reacting to some anime that I'm watching for the season. Sometimes it's Full Metal Alchemist. So check me out then. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is usually the time I'm streaming on the weekends. On the weekday, it's probably going to be like 5 p.m., something like that. So that's when you can check me out. But hit me up on my socials. That'd be much appreciated.
Well, as for me, this Monday came out with a new video on a new chapter of Dandadan. It's already the best performing video of that channel's entire history. Of course, that's the Hey It's Me C channel. YouTube.com/C Tactics second channel. It's my second channel. My old one. With the Fate playthrough on it, if you know. Yeah, so that's already kind of crazy, and it's almost at 2.5k subs. I think it probably already is, as I'm talking right now, already reaching that, which is insane. I literally started the channel 7 weeks ago, so that's insane. As well,
Go off.
yesterday I put up a video on the new Chainsaw Man chapter. It's a long video too. It's about 18 minutes. It was a crazy chapter. There was so much to talk about, which there always is a lot to talk about in Chainsaw Man. But this one, whew, if you haven't read it yet, great chapter. Yeah, and just today I on the main channel put out my video on the new Resero episode, and then tomorrow, new video on Dandadan. So look forward to that. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. See you all next week. Bye-bye.
Johnny.
Later.